You guys on that psyllium fiber?
I'm sorry?
I'm familiar with it, but I'm not.
unfamiliar with it.
You guys got to get your poops in order, guys.
My poops are pretty good, I gotta say.
One thing you gotta know about Tyler is that he's
I'm
really
extremely regular.
His poops, Tyler's poops rock hard. You could throw them at somebody.
Listen, I get up in the morning. I have my coffee,
Yeah.
I poop, and then I move on with my day. And every morning, the coffee is sort of the trigger to wake up, poop, and move on with your day. You know what I mean?
Tyler says, "Don't talk to me till I pooped."
If you've ever seen me before I've had my morning poop, that's the only remaining vestige of high school Tyler.
Tyler is instead of IBS, he just has like hate inside, so he has to just poop out the hate in the morning. It builds up. He has to
just like spell that.
Just long rants about the Beatles I need to expel from my anus.
And the coffee's sort of the catalyst for that.
Yeah.
Coffee gets the Beatles out.
Coffee gets the
Coffee
Beatles
a day
out.
keeps the Ringo away.
Wagwan, Red Sistran, and welcome to the podcast. They said it's a podcast for podcasters by podcasters. Wagwan, my name's O'Neill Henry, maybe a first podcaster for today.
And I'm a fellow podcaster, Tyler J. Karkar. And I'm coming to you live from the beaches of Jamaica, where I'm just visiting and will not be doing an accent.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I got stuck at the airport. I did get stopped at security because they were like, "What's in your bag?" And I was like, "A microphone for podcasting." And they said, "We might have to confiscate this." And I said, "Oh no!"
They said you might do a racist with that one. You might do a racism if you're going to Jamaica with a podcast microphone.
It's a podcast for podcasters by podcasters. We're here. We're past the turkey times. It's time for the Christmas creep. How we feeling? Happy Cyber Monday.
Happy Cyber Monday.
Happy Cyber Monday, everyone.
Everyone got their
going to
good
buy
deeds.
a Roomba at discounted prices.
I'm actually gonna buy a new Zoom F8 probably.
I'm probably
so
gonna get a
replace
TV. I need a new TV for watching.
Is this audio poison? Talking about Cyber Monday.
I would say it's audio poison if you don't know that we're recording this on November 6th.
Yeah, a month in advance almost. Because I got a trip coming up.
We all do. We're all very busy, so we're getting a backlog.
I'm going to Harlem.
Harlem.
I'll be in Harlem this weekend.
That's fun.
I'll be in, yep.
This week?
Well, not.
Wait, are you going to be in New York
week.
for the week of Thanksgiving?
No.
Oh.
Week after for my birthday.
I'm going to be in New York.
I'm
going to be in New York for Thanksgiving. So I was like, wait, hang on.
Oh shit! So I was just gonna miss you.
You're just going to miss me.
Rip.
That sucks. Anyway, podcast.
We got
Have you
a
ever
whole
heard
bunch
of them? You ever listened to them?
Podcasts
We make
for
them.
you guys for you today.
We do that.
We're still coming down. I don't know which
The energy is still off. We're still recording the I Can Has
podcast
podcast 30 minutes
and
ago.
We're all kind of
the
a little
energy
bit
is
fried.
so off.
It's a weird.
Rancid. It is
vibes are-
rancid.
The vibes are fucked.
Weird energy to start the day off with. I woke up and started my day off with I Can Has podcast. So that's my whole
So our
day
morning
now.
started.
I went to the grocery store and I came back and I made breakfast and I had like a nice morning with my fiance
And had a nice
and
poop.
like played a little video games and
Made
then I had to
love.
record I Can Has podcast.
Well, guys, we have a bunch of lucrative prospects for you as always. I don't think we have any programming notes to go over, so let's get to this freaking wheel.
Damn dog, this wheel is badass.
All right, we're spinning. Oh!
For the first time since the pilot episode. I am leading off this
Starting
podcast.
off since
Julia
the first time since the
Stiles.
beginning.
It's got this week's first pitch.
Oh, good stuff. All right.
All right. So
All right.
let's
Tyler, what you
just
got
dive
for us
into
today?
it. So,
Diving right in.
you know, people are very busy these days, and no one is busier than writers. You know what I mean? Your George R. Martins, your TV writers that I can't think of. You know what I mean? People are very, very, very busy. And to pick up the slack, I've noticed, are you guys familiar with fan-made wikis for properties?
Absolutely.
Sort of like the
interesting.
fandom wikis.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you go on there, there are just pages and pages and pages of shit written about some random ass character. You know, I was in preparation for this. Claire recommended to go look at the Vampire Diaries wiki, which is probably the most fleshed out wiki I found. More than Star Wars, more than Game of Thrones. It's bananas how every single character has at least 10,000 words written about them. So, yeah, it's wild. So, but here's the thing is not everyone has time, you know, to properly fill out those wikis. And there are a lot of characters that only have 1 or 2 sentences written about them.
Okay.
So I'm pitching a podcast where we sort of pick up the slack of these writers so they can focus on the more important
interesting.
characters and we can sort of flesh out the world for them.
Oh my
Okay.
God,
So we're
yes.
filling out. So
So-
we're doing the work for the authors and giving these slide characters their backstory.
Exactly. So
I
I found a
this.
couple
Some
examples for
AO3
you.
shit.
I found a couple examples for you. Just off the top of the bat,
Okay.
Maekor Targaryen. He's right in the middle of that line of Targaryens. He's Daenerys Targaryen's like great grandfather. The only line in his Wikipedia page that really matters is it tells you who he's related to. And then it tells you that he brought Dorne into the Seven Kingdoms. And that's it. No controversies section. No early life section.
No controversies, no scandals,
so my
no
pitch
I
is,
want to know
murders.
how tall he is.
my pitch is every
Yeah.
week. It's sort of a writer's room podcast, similar to what we're doing now, where
Yes,
we
yes.
sort of go in and fill out these wiki pages for these authors. And eventually when those characters make their on-screen debut,
We get a slice of the pie. We get a writer's credit.
Exactly.
Yay, I'm
Listen,
liking the
and I think Game of Thrones
Excellent.
is ripe for this because George R. R. Martin is the world's slowest writer.
Yeah,
So
we really could light a
we could
fire
really
under
light
his
a
ass
fire
because
under
we
his
could
ass. Like we
really
could write
be-
the Winds of Winter before he would write the Winds of Winter. You know what I mean?
We
Just
could
out
be
of
like,
filling
well-
out side character wikis. So that's sort of my podcast. I do have a couple more examples of potentials. So are you guys familiar?
Before we transition out of the Game of Thrones one, we could do this for forwards too, right? Because the example you gave was like, you know, back in the past. We're talking House of Dragon.
Sure.
somewhere in
So
between.
you're
I don't
talking
know. I don't
about
watch the
writing
show.
the
But
future wikis for like babies in the show.
we could
that's true.
write some stories about how, I don't know, one of them has sex with a dragon, and then we got dragon people, and then spin off into maybe Dragon Tales. Then we could do some crossover action, and it's all canon because it's on the wiki.
I like that.
I think what you're describing is fan fiction.
But if it's on the wiki, it's not fan fiction anymore, is it, Olivia? Now it's fact fiction.
Could I pitch you guys a couple other potential options
Okay.
outside of Game
Yes,
of Game of
yes.
Thrones is definitely
Yes.
ripe, and so are a lot of like major fantasy novels are really easy to find characters that have a wiki page but nothing written about them because there's one line about them. Could I hit you with a Star Wars character by the name of Sleaze Bogano?
Yeah.
Bogano.
He
I have an idea
appears
as to
in
who this
one
is.
scene in all of the movies in Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones.
I know exactly which guy you're talking about. I
He
know
is
exactly
the
which guy
character
you're
who
talking about.
offers to sell Obi-Wan Kenobi death sticks.
The Death Sticks man. So we could talk about how.
So how
became
did he get
addicted
into
to
his
Death
life of
Sticks.
crime? And even
Yeah.
more importantly, after Obi-Wan goes up to me, he goes, he does the Jedi mind trick on him, and he says, "You don't want to sell me death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life."
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
What does he do with his life
What does he do
after
afterwards?
Obi-Wan Kenobi tells him to go home and rethink his life? You know what I mean?
I want to see how he reevaluated and made
How did he
steps to improve
reevaluate
himself.
and become like a major? Did he become a major player? Did he like become like a
Senator in the
community
Galactic Senate. He
community
changed his
organizer
name.
on Coruscant? Like, what did he do?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. He became an outreach advocate for death stick addicts. Okay,
Excellent.
very good.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay.
What are we thinking for names for this? So I'm thinking like something about like backfill. We're filling it.
Could I pitch you who the wick is that?
Who the
I
wick is
like
that? Interesting.
that.
Interesting.
Ooh, that is
interesting.
tasty, Tyler. This is a good
Okay,
one.
so what are we thinking for structure wise? Are we thinking like one character an episode and we just go ham on it?
I would like
Are we
to
thinking
do
more like
I
a
would
story
like to
break?
I think it's important to deep dive these characters, and I
Okay,
think
interesting.
one character per episode is definitely what we need to do. But could we also, I think we could do it sort of in cycles, you know what I mean? Where we do a bunch of Star Wars characters and we sort of flesh out an underworld and stars. Because the way you find these
And we
sort of
connect them
small Wikipedia pages is you find one and then you like keep clicking on the blue links
keep on
until you
clicking
find
through,
until you
to
find
the end
one.
of the line.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, very good.
So
I think it would be very financially helpful too if we stuck with like the genre. So like maybe one week we do a book one, and then another one we do a movie one, and then another one we do a video game one. And at the end of each episode, I think we have to like structure whatever that is around that character, right? So if we do Sleaze McBaggins, Sleaze McBill, what is it?
Sleaze Bagano.
Sleaze Magano. We have to do a Sleaze Magano Star Wars movie. And maybe at the end he does get a lightsaber and he does join the Order of the Jedi.
Oh, right before Order 66. That would be so sad.
oh no,
Oh no. Or maybe he's hiding out on
Master
Tatooine.
Skywalker, what do we do?
Yeah. and then in Andor, when he eventually shows up with his lightsaber to save, I don't know,
Bingo.
Baby Yoda too. But yeah, then we profit.
Baby Yoda, you want to buy
Great.
some death sticks?
Yoda. He comes in with a death stick in his mouth, but with like a hat
crime.
and the lightsaber, and he just sparks up. His lightsaber starts like a cigarette lighter and then turns into a
he's gonna like flick his bick a couple of
yeah.
times.
It's
Now,
like
I don't-
his lightsaber's like a Zippo,
Zippo,
lighter.
yeah.
You have to flip it open.
Now, I don't want to dive too deep into Sleaze Bagano in case we
fair,
decide
fair,
to do
fair.
this for the B segment. But this doesn't have to, maybe he rethinks his, and I know we're just doing Who the Wick is that now.
Yeah.
But could Go Home and Rethink Your Life be taken in another way where he's like, wait, I'm just this street death stick seller. This is about my
He
Walter
becomes a
White
kingpin.
rise through the criminal underworld.
Now,
Yes.
okay, here's the thing, Tyler, because there is a lot of side characters in a lot of these universes, but a lot of these universes do cross over. I'm thinking Your Sweet Life of Zack and Cody's X, That's a Raven X,
That's a sweet
et
life of
cetera,
Hannah
et cetera.
Montana.
The Sweet Life of Hannah Montana, exactly. So what do we do if we end up with all these side universes that have crossover universe, like side characters in these crossover universes? Are we allowed to start? And this might just be getting into fan fiction at this point. But again, if we write it on the Wikipedia page, it's fact. But can we do some of these crossover events? Rick and Morty, another great one. Lots of side characters that I'm assuming don't have a lot of backstory.
That's a good
I want to
one.
know more about Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Mr. Poopy Butthole is surprising.
Well, Mr. Poopy Butthole, they flushed him out pretty well at this point. He's
Yeah.
had a life, a kids, family. He's
He's a
living his
college
life. Maybe we
professor.
are. You know what? We might just be doing some college humor ass, Adult Swim ass sketch work here, but I'm loving it. So, what was it called again? What the Wiki?
Who the
Wick
Wick?
is
Who the
that?
Wick is that?
Who the Wick is that? Who the Wick is that? All right.
Who's next, O'Neill?
Who's next?
Well, we're about to find out
Take
with
us
the
to the
wheel.
wheel of choosing.
It's spinning, it's spinning, it's going, it's going, it's... oh,
Oh,
it's me.
Now, O'Neill has claimed that he has a very good one this week, so why don't you hit us with this?
I've
pitch,
got
buddy?
only bangers for this episode and next episode. All right. You know what's hot right now? I keep on saying this. This is how I open every page. But, I think that the scape, the media scape, the internet scape, everything's changing, right? And I think we need to stick with the times. And, NFTs, the metaverse, it's all there. And what's leading it all? cryptocurrency, baby. We're gonna fucking get this money, baby. It's crypto time, and I think we need to talk about it. And I think if we start a cryptocurrency podcast, it would be great. But you know what? Let's not have us do the cryptocurrency, because what do we know about cryptocurrency? Let's leave it to the people who know the most about cryptocurrency, and that is the cryptids. If we're going to be talking about
Cryptid currency podcast.
if we're going to be talking about crypto anything, it's got to be the cryptids. So we got Bigfoot, we've got the Mothman, and we've got the Jersey Devil himself, Rudy Giuliani, talking about cryptocurrency, baby. It's time to talk about it. All this cryptocurrency news and cryptid news. Let's be fair. I mean, we got to talk about their world too, you know, but it's covering the latest happenings in the cryptocurrency biz. Now, crypto.com did have to sell the former Staples Center name, so it will be changing again. So it might not be hot right now, but that's the thing. Right now is a very interesting time for cryptocurrency because it's not doing that well. So maybe there's a little bit of panic in there too. But this is the thing. Cryptids talking about cryptocurrency.
O'Neill said the podcast, characters welcome.
Listen, we have to get back to our roots, all right? And this is the thing. There's so much. The Mothman, here's the thing. The Mothman, right, can tell the future, knows what's going to happen, knows when bad things are going to happen, right?
That's
so maybe the
true.
Mothman is predicting the fall of it. And then the Bigfoot, you know, he's in the hiding. He doesn't understand it. Maybe Bigfoot is one of, and then Rudy Giuliani's just there trying to get his latest cryptocurrency
Cryptid
ready.
podcast, funny. Cryptocurrency, comedy poison. So this is like a fun, immovable, unstoppable force, immovable object.
Inside you there are two wolves.
Inside you there are two wolves.
The two genders, cryptids
and the
crypto.
Currency and cryptozoology. Oh god.
Oh man.
So this is the thing, right? And maybe
so is this
maybe
an actual
this is also
informative podcast? That's what I want to know.
no. It's about it, Tyler. It's cryptids talking about cryptocurrency. All right, we're gonna be talking about the latest in both, right? And then maybe we bring on some special guests. Maybe we talk about the latest news within the cryptids and cryptocurrency market, stock market. You know, the stock market's not doing great right now, but maybe there's some secret stocks we don't know about. I'm thinking of what are some other cryptids that we want to bring into this?
Could I sort of pitch
We have
you?
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra is a good one.
And his goat NFTs.
The Yeti.
we could bring in what's his name?
Snowman.
Oh god. Who's the guy who bit the head off the bat?
Ozzy Osbourne?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Are you saying Ozzy Osbourne is a cryptid?
Closest thing we got to it, Olivia.
Oh my god.
Now, could I pitch you?
And he
could I
has an
pitch
The
you?
NFT.
Loch Ness Monster.
Could I pitch you a Florida special? This one's a little more obscure, but this is a very and anyone from Florida will be aware of the skunk ape. Is everyone aware of the skunk ape? The skunk ape it's Florida's Bigfoot, and I think the skunk ape being a Florida dirtbag would be really into crypto.
Interesting.
Good.
The first sighting of the skunk ape was in 1818 when the local newspaper reported a story from what is now Apalachicola, Florida, that spoke of a quote, man-sized monkey raiding food stores and stalking fishermen along the shore. So he's been around a long time. So maybe he's more of a skeptic. Maybe he's sort of a classic. I don't know anything about crypto. There's a type of currency that's regular money, and crypto people hate it. See, we're talking about crypto, O'Neill, and crypto's not funny. Crypto's not funny.
Not
bad.
But that's the fun. We don't know anything about
It's giving assholes versus
cryptocurrency.
philosophy, O'Neill. It's just making us learn about crypto.
But this is the thing. It's a bear
poisoning.
market. It's a bear market, but there's no actual bears in the market. We could find bears in the market.
I don't want to talk about cryptocurrency.
God damn it.
It's a very good pun, though. The cryptid currency.
It's very
pod.
funny.
Cryptid,
It's very
crypto,
good. It's a
cryptids.
very funny idea.
Can we talk about Ethereum? Wait. Could we? Okay. I might be able to save it from being a McGullen. Can we talk about Ethereum, but have it be actual magic? And so we're manipulating the stock prices with Ethereum, and we actually make it into some actual magical lore. Can we pull this out?
Can I give you an another pitch to potentially save this from being a McGullen?
Okay.
What if they're starting their own cryptocurrency?
There we go. We're starting our own cryptocurrency. Now, what would this cryptocurrency
The
be?
cryptid currency.
The
obviously.
cryptid currency. The crypt. And maybe they're also in a gang.
Yeah. And they're trying to do
It's the
financial. Maybe this is
crypto
more of like financial crimes, the podcast, but it's legal because we're big.
Yeah.
Mix between assholes
Now, is
versus
this a-
philosophy and the Cool Crimes podcast.
Exactly. That is actually.
Now is this like a pyramid scheme? Maybe, and then we could bring in the mummy.
Mummy's not a cryptid though.
Mummy's just a
Mummy.
monster.
It's cryptid adjacent.
Mummy's just a movie monster. Mummy is real.
Mummies
thing.
are just people.
Hey, mummies are just people. Mummy just people.
Mummies are people too.
Let me check with
That
the
is
jury.
a
Let me
thing.
check with the jury.
That
Let me
is a
check with the
thing.
jury.
Can we talk about how mummies have a real Scooby-Doo connotation, but also mummies are just people that died?
There
And
are.
I mean,
Very
Bigfoot's
good.
also real.
They are just dead people. And
Bigfoot's. I mean, Rudy Giuliani is real. And he is the Jersey Devil. So, like,
Unconfirmed. They got him on The Masked Singer. I don't.
I forgot about. See, and that's the thing. We all think that Rudy Giuliani is his flesh suit, but in fact, it was he inverted himself for the Masked Singer, and then turned himself into just a real dirtbag, huh? All right, guys. I'm feeling we're not feeling the Crypto Cryptid podcast.
I
feel
think
like
it's
we're
a
not
great
feeling it.
pun, and I think it was a solid pitch. But maybe we'll get to deliberation. We'll see. I don't think it's worth a McGowan, O'Neill. I will say that.
Okay,
I think
okay,
it's. I think
okay.
it's just.
All right,
it's
all right.
definitely better than Apples versus Philosophy. I think it's not a bad idea.
We
I
were
think-
just sort of pulling on.
I just think
Okay.
you maybe overhyped our expectations for this one because
I
you were
did.
talking a big
It's
game.
fine. It's fine.
But that's all right.
It's
I
not the
love-
crumble.
I
but
love the concept of cryptid currency. That is a fantastic.
Cryptid-
pun. That's very
cryptid
good. and I
currency.
enjoy it.
All right, Olivia. What do you got for us
Liver,
today?
give us some heat.
Gotcha. All right. So we are coming up into Charlie Brown holiday special season. Okay,
Yes, we
just
are.
finished with the Great Pumpkin. We've got the Thanksgiving one. We've got Christmas coming up. And one of the things that always drew me to the Peanuts universe is Lucy Van Pelt, who is the original girl boss. Okay?
Sure.
And
For sure.
Oh boy!
and one of the things that Lucy does is she provides psychiatric help
Okay. I think I see where this
to
is
the
going.
many denizens of the Peanuts universe.
and
And so my podcast idea is to reevaluate her advice
oh, okay,
into real
interesting.
psychiatric advice.
I love that. I love that.
So we reevaluate her responses, and then we take Charlie Brown's woes, and we actually apply things that could genuinely help Charlie Brown.
Okay. So first, do you have a list of her advice, or
Yeah, could you give
I
us?
have one of her most famous ones is Charlie Brown says, "I have deep feelings of depression. What can I do about this?" And Lucy goes, "Snap out of it. 5 cents, please."
love it.
Good
Okay,
stuff.
I love this. So, do we want to turn this into? I mean, obviously, this is going to be a podcast, right? But maybe could we like modernize it? Could we turn Lucy giving advice to our audience, right? Maybe we have the
O'Neill
audience
said
right
characters welcome.
Listen here, Tyler. What else are we fucking gonna do with this? All right, listen.
No,
we
that's where I
take
thought it was
Lucy-
going to. Is that
Yeah,
we were
we
going to
take
have?
we take Lucy's advice. And we sort of bring it into, we turn it into an advice column, right? And so we have people write in, and Lucy seems like a very straight to the punch advice giver. So maybe we have her, maybe that's just sort of all of her advice at the end of the day is just, snap out of it, do it. It's yours,
Interesting. I do like this concept, and I initially thought where you were going with it was that we were going to have Lucy give advice to other people, just a lot of people.
The people just in general.
Just in general,
I like that too.
right
I
in
like
like
that
an
too.
advice show. Like Lucy started a podcast advice show.
Yeah, okay. So who are we giving advice to? We could give advice to, who's been in the news lately? We'll give advice to Kanye.
Oh yeah,
No.
Lucy, snap out
Oh,
of it.
God.
Let's snap out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or
good.
okay, so Olivia, I think you were also on another line of like we analyze her advice. Where do you think we would go with that?
So I'm thinking like this might be like too much of like a psychology podcast, but I think, gosh, taking modern day concepts that aren't like from the comic strip in the 60s and being able to apply genuine advice based on modern psychiatric methods.
Now, none of us are psychiatrists or psychologists.
I did almost have a psychology minor.
So we
we're very
basically got a
qualified,
basically got a
Yeah,
We're
psychiatrist
basically
here.
doctors.
Can you write my prescription for Adderall, by the way? I've been really needing to. Yeah,
You can just do
Yeah,
that.
I'd love for
you can
somebody
just give
to
me
write
the dealer?
mine. Thank you.
Okay, so how would you analyze Lucy's snap out of it?
Yeah, that's what I want to go with.
So I think, okay, so like let's say Charlie Brown goes, I have deep feelings of depression. And Lucy goes, with, some empathy is probably the big thing about it. Instead of snap out of it, more let's work on creating a headspace for you that will allow you to dig yourself out of these feelings. Let's give you coping mechanisms.
Now,
Yes, so
Lucy,
giving-
I feel like the
Yeah.
football of life keeps being ripped out from
The
underneath
football
me
of
as I
life,
attempt
yes,
to
that's
kick it,
true.
You know,
Could we call it the football of
call it
life?
the football of life?
Football of life.
Because really that's what it is, right? Life is just being snatched away from us, right? And so Lucy is really here to give it back to us. Now, I did read sort of in her booth world, right? Her booth segment where she's always in her booth. She did start selling a food item called goop. So, Lucy.
I
And
see her
she's
on
the original
Peanut-
girl
I see her on the
boss.
Peanuts wiki page. Oh, no.
I am on the Peanuts wiki page, and she did, and she. So maybe there's a little bit more going on here. Maybe it's Lucy and Gweneth Paltrow giving advice, and now we've got something. Gweneth Paltrow could start pushing her products. Lucy could start peddling her advice. They could try to sell off, and that's how we can sort of give some advice. What are we thinking about that? Gwyneth
Snap
Paltrow,
out of it and put
Lucy,
this jade egg in your coochie.
and
That sort of thing.
put the egg in your vagina. Get it together and suntan your butthole.
Yeah. Yes.
I think
Yes,
that is
O'Neill.
great.
I love
The football of life.
Football of
Football
life.
of life.
The football,
football
of,
of
life.
life.
I keep saying it. The
Football of
football of
life.
life. Now, could we? I think this is the first time this has ever been pitched. Could we combine two of our podcast pitches? Could we combine?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Now, I'm not sure this will go anywhere, but could we combine the Wiki podcast and the Lucy Giving Advice podcast? And all of our wiki advice all of our wiki stuff that we provide are just their like insecurities. Like we just add to every Wikipedia page, we just add.
Okay.
Yes,
Hold
based on
on,
their-
Hold on, Tyler,
based on
because you're
their-
offering a new sort of perspective with this show. So I'm gonna need we gotta what are we calling this, first of all? Before we do this, what are we gonna call this? A mashup? What is going on here?
I don't know. I don't know if this is anything. I just thought it was.
No. It's definitely something, because I think this has come up a couple times now. So what are we gonna call this? What is this? What is this sort of cube you're
This
putting
sort of
us in right now?
this
This
sort of
tesseract.
this sort of
You're
Tesseract
throwing us in.
podcast. This sort of
A mashup, a
what is
mix-up,
the what
a
is the
remix?
ball that rolls out?
Remix.
Well, this sort of Katamari Damacy podcast.
Oh, this is a Katamari. Are we doing a podcast Katamari?
This is a podcast
No.
Katamari.
If it was a Katamari, you would have to put all three of them
That's true.
together.
That's
And I
very
don't
true.
know how
That's
you
true,
would
that's
get
true, that's true.
Let's think about it
Crypto
for a minute.
Cryptids into it.
Could Bigfoot be giving advice? Could Lucy be giving advice to Luce?
To
No,
Bigfoot.
if you want to, okay. I think those two
Pigpen,
ideas stand.
Bigfoot.
Kingpin,
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of you being able to. Okay, Tyler. I think if you want to be able to do this, you have to be able to do the pitch. So if you have like a good wiki.
I don't think I have one. I think that I don't think I have one.
But we'll
I think
ruminate
this
on
is.
that.
I think
'cause
this is a
that
good
could be
idea for
something.
future episodes, though, especially when
For future episodes.
because there will come a week where we all bring bad podcasts. It'll happen.
Yeah,
eventually.
and then we just
I don't think
spend
we've done it
deliberation
yet,
sort
but
of
I think
making
we've gotten
amends.
close a few times, and I think eventually this is going to be sort of something that we'll need to return to.
Okay. Let's do a quick recap, and then we'll get into deliberation and maybe flesh some of these out a little bit more. Okay. Did we want to stick with the football of life, or what do we think
Yes,
for
that's
titles?
very good.
The football of life. featuring Gweneth Paltrow. If we do Gweneth Paltrow, we need one more special guest, but we'll talk about it in deliberation. So, quick recaps on just what we have so far.
So I am pitching Who the Wick Is That, a podcast where we fill out the fan-made wiki forums for obscure pop culture characters.
Mm-hmm. And I have the Cryptid Cast, and that is sort of discussing the hot news in cryptocurrency, featuring Bigfoot, the Mothman, and Rudy Giuliani, talking about cryptocurrency, NFTs, just sort of the metaverse in general.
I'm willing to consider that one if you can give me the guarantee that I won't be Rudy Giuliani.
I'll play Rudy Giuliani. Okay, Olivia, you want to talk about the Football of Life real quick?
So I have the Football of Life, in which we revisit Lucy from the Peanuts and her psychiatric advice and her newest collab with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Let's deliberate a little bit. Who the Wick Is That? That has legs insofar as we could definitely spin that off just into so many episodes. It would be fairly easy. It would be like a story break. But I also feel like Story Break kind of did that a little bit. What do you guys think about that? Is it too close to other things, or is there enough?
No, I think it's like novel enough with the like wiki element of it, where it's like it's not like a fan fiction podcast, but
we're not
it's definitely
pitching a
like
story. We're pitching like the early life section,
we're fleshing
the
out
controversies section. You know how Wikipedia has,
tying it all up. Okay,
death,
interesting.
That sort of
death, height.
There's so many. I mean, it is very open, right? So it could be its own podcast again. So maybe it would be great for bit depth, but also like we could go anywhere, right? We could go SpongeBob, right? The My Leg
exactly,
guy,
the My Leg guy,
Fred.
I love that.
There's a lot of places we can really go with this. I really do like Who the Wick Is That. I think it has a lot of legs, and it's very open.
Yeah.
The Cryptid Crypto, I don't know if we gave that enough time. I don't know if we gave, I don't know if we spent enough time on that.
Hey, O'Neill, I think
I
we did.
think we gave it we were generous.
No, I don't know if we gave that enough time because we didn't talk about Rudy Giuliani being the Jersey Devil.
Now that is funny, O'Neill. Here's the thing. I think
it's pretty funny.
Can I sort of? I think I can take you through the process by which you came up with this podcast. I can dive. I've known you long enough that I can dive into O'Neill's brain.
You want to psychoanalyze me?
O'Neill, I'm gonna pull a Lucy and sort of psychoanalyze O'Neill. Now that's an idea for the Football of Life. Can Lucy give psychological advice to the three of us?
Oh, sort of break us down, break us
exactly.
apart.
But for the cryptocurrency, is you said crypto and cryptid sound very similar. First of all, in your head, then you had the Cryptid Currency podcast. And you're like, that's very funny. That's very good. And then you thought about some cryptids that you like, and it was very fun in your head. And you had like sort of a loading moment where you said, Rudy Giuliani and the New Jersey Devil is very funny because he's from that part of the country, and he's awful. And then you kind of stopped there and didn't. And you're like, that's a
well, I did have the
bitch.
Ethereum is magic thing, and I think that's pretty good. I think
is
Ethereum
magic.
being magical.
They talk about
Okay. One more pitch for the Cryptid Cryptocurrency. It is all fake, right?
Yes.
It's not. None of it's real.
So
maybe there is. So I think there is, guys. I don't know if we spent enough time on it because there is a magical aspect that I don't know if we're exploring.
You're right.
Is cryptocurrency just
because
magic?
Cryptids and crypto are both fake, not real. Neither of them are real. But here's the thing.
Or maybe both of them aren't real. But it either is one or the other. It is a binary.
But
there's not a lot of binaries in this world, but this is one.
But
either
I
both are real or none
will
of them are
fall
real.
back into we will be talking about cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is once again comedy poison.
But there's the Doge currency. It's just a dog.
Listen,
there's
do you
one
think?
called
Do you want
Shiba
to?
now.
You're taking
digging
like
your own
funny
grave.
names, but like you're not providing any actual meat to this meal.
There's
where
no
it's just
comedy meat.
It's a lot of seasoning. It's a lot of seasoning. There's no meat. There's no protein. keen
Because
to
think
this
about
idea.
it. What would Bigfoot say
It has
about
legs, but that's
Bitcoin?
it. There's
O'Neill,
no-
real quick, just real quick. Could you say something that Bigfoot would say? What very funny thing would Bigfoot say about the current cryptocurrency industry right now?
So Bigfoot mainly lives in the woods, right? And as we all know,
No. You need to be
Bitcoin
in
is-
character because this will be in character. I need you to say something as Bigfoot about cryptocurrency that's very funny right now.
Well, it's Bitcoin. You can go to like a Bitcoin ATM, but it's very expensive for. Maybe you're right, Tyler.
You had
Maybe
to talk
I
about
just
crypto.
don't know.
Here's the problem.
Maybe I just don't know enough about
O'Neill.
Bitcoin.
None of us know.
O'Neill, here's the thing. Very funny name. Very good name for a podcast.
Very good
Very
name.
funny, sort of. It's a very good, like, fake poster on Reddit. Very good. The meat's not there, dog. We have to talk. It's just like assholes
would make-
versus
it would-
philosophy. The pitch
it
of
would
we're going to
make
rip
a
ass.
very-
Hang on. If I could take it back to my own failures, it's much like assholes versus philosophy in the sense that the concept of I want to rip philosophy majors a new one, very, very funny. Then you have to talk about philosophy, and that's not funny. You know,
But we could talk about cryptids, and that's where I want to stay. That's where I think you guys.
Then it's
I
a
think you guys are
cryptid
getting stuck up on the.
podcast. It has to.
But that's the thing. It's
then
a
cryptid
cryptocurrency podcast, but it's like Count Chocula. That's where I want to stay. I want to stay in that world, right? We're talking about cryptocurrency in the cryptid world.
But we are still talking about cryptocurrency.
But we will still
we
be
can
talking
make
about
it up 'cause it's all
cryptocurrency.
fake. That's
O'Neill,
the fun
I barely
of
know
it.
how my credit card works.
Oh boy.
Now,
would make,
Okay,
like,
fine.
a
I didn't know.
Olivia-
I didn't know I was with a bunch of untechnologically associated people. God.
Now, Olivia, that does bring me to my main issue with your podcast, which is also very funny. None of us are psychological experts.
I think we
And
need to
we
stay
could
away
get
from the
into
psychological
some
stuff. I think we
water
stay away
giving
from the psychological stuff. I think we stay
advice.
with the advice. I think if we stick with
The
advice,
advice, yeah.
we have Gweneth Paltrow,
Okay.
we have Lucy. I think we do need one more role for one of us. So what are we thinking? What are we
Charlie
thinking?
Brown.
Oh, it's one of us Charlie Brown. Am I Charlie
Yeah.
Brown or is that racist?
I think I need to be Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Tyler's Charlie Brown.
But then,
think
can I
that
pitch
would
you
be-
this? Then I'd be playing the same character on 2B segments in a row.
That is fair. That is fair. I wouldn't mind playing a Charlie Brown, but also maybe I'd be a really good Gweneth Paltrow.
I don't know if I could be, although that's the thing is I think I could probably
Or
bring
maybe
back
not.
Gwyneth
Maybe not.
Paltrow
Is there
energy.
a third girl boss that we could bring into this?
My question. What about Elizabeth what is the lady who
was
owns
also-
Elizabeth
Theranos?
Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes.
Oh,
She's podcasting from prison.
Nancy Pelosi.
Not
Another
these
famous
days.
girl boss.
Another famous girl
No.
boss, but they're dealing with some problems
That's fair,
lately.
that's
So
fair,
maybe
that's
we
fair.
keep
They're
her
in
off
it
the
right now.
skewering block for another couple months.
For now, she's dealing with a lot. See, they don't.
Although
need
it is,
our,
as
what about?
has been established, it's very funny to make fun of old people. I will say that's a
Yes,
good one.
true. What about the Olsen twins? But there's two of them, so maybe
Could
just
you
one.
play one
They-
person play both?
Could one person play both?
That's sort of a
twins?
whirlwind
The hive mind.
performance.
Sort of like a
Jekyll and
The
Hyde
Shining.
situation.
Jekyll and Hyde situation.
Which one's evil? Mary Kate or Ashley?
Anyone who has two first names is the evil one. Jenny McCarthy, big anti-vax mom who was a Playboy bunny. I
And
think.
if you bring in Jenny McCarthy, then we do get to tie it a little bit better with Gweneth Paltrow.
But then is it the Jenny McCarthy Gweneth Paltrow podcast that happens to have Lucy from the?
No, I think Lucy
Lucy
takes
from
charge. Lucy takes charge.
It is Lucy's podcast, and that's sort of
It's
her.
Lucy's
Those are her
podcast. She
guests.
just happens
Those
to
are her
have. I
guests.
think she
That's
hosts
what you're
it
telling
with
me.
Gweneth Paltrow, and then Jenny McCarthy is now. I don't know. Do we want to go anti-vax? We kind of did an anti-vax already.
Yeah, we did an anti-vax
We
joke
did.
already. You're right.
Yeah.
You are 100% correct. Maybe it's not. I don't think it can be another Hollywood person. I don't think it can be another Hollywood person. Could it be another animated
character? Is there another character?
Could it be Kim Possible?
Kim Possible? I don't know if that fits the vibe necessarily. I like where you're going. I like where you're going.
I'm trying to come up with animated girl bosses.
Okay, before we, I think we're getting a little bit into the writer's room. Are we feeling the football of? Okay, I'll secede. Crypto Cryptids. I might do some work on it. Maybe in a couple of months we do a bit depth on it. Maybe not. Who knows? I think it's still legs, but
we won't do a bit
I won't go in it. Okay, so what are we thinking? Do we want to go Who the Wick Is? I think Who the Wick Is that has big enough legs that we could turn into its own
if I was gonna vote, I would say Who the Wick Is That?
For a B segment?
Yes.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay, interesting. Okay, I was 100% ready to do Football of Life for the B segment. What's your guys' sort of take on that? Just so I can grok where you're
I don't want to play another character, O'Neill.
I think we need a character.
I need a break from a character.
We need a character break.
I need a character break. Check me next week, and maybe I'll be back and ready to do sort of a funny improv character where I get to play a funny animated character. But like, if I have to pretend to be Gweneth Paltrow for 20 minutes, I'm gonna jump out.
I'm 100% fine being Gweneth Paltrow. I think that would be fun. But okay, so if we're gonna do Who the Wick Is That, what is our angle for that? Because we haven't really talked about like what specifically we're going for, other than just sort of
we're fleshing out stuff. Certain categories that one would find on a wiki. I think there needs to be something for each section. There needs to be a controversy. There needs to be an early life. There needs to be height and relationships or something like that.
I like this. We structure it around the wiki
section.
Page. Okay.
There needs to be if say we're doing Sleaze Pagano, for example, you could do an entire segment that says Encounter with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay. So we structured around the wiki page, and then maybe at the very end, as sort of like the button, we maybe take a scene from a movie or product that they would star in, and we just sort of.
I don't think it's a wiki because I don't think we are. Here's the thing: people's lives don't need to have a 3-act structure. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
It's just loosely describing
so we'll just flesh it out. We'll do the backstory, and then we'll do death. It ends with death.
Everyone has to.
Everyone ends with
How
death.
did they die?
Doesn't matter if they're still living, if not.
So legacy.
That's great.
We could have a legacy page.
Legacy. Yeah. And how they? Okay, I love that. So full encumbrance from beginning to end. I love that. Okay, great. I'm fine with that. With that going on to the B segment then.
All right.
Excellent. Tyler, you won 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, he did it. Hey,
he's on the comeback, baby.
He's on that go. All right. Okay. With that, then, I guess we'll be going back to you with Who the Wick Is That?
Hello and welcome to episode 89 of Who the Wick Is That? A deeper look into a person, place, or thing that doesn't quite have a fully fleshed out Wikipedia page. I'm Tyler J. Karkara, and under my controversy section includes the podcast I Can Has Podcast.
My name's O'Neill Henry, and my legacy is being a cargo shorts advocate.
I'm Olivia Fumiati, and I died by slipping on a banana peel.
The funniest way to die, though.
That is the funniest way to die. Yeah, definitely.
That's
very
open.
funny.
My brain spilled everywhere.
At least it was quick.
Folks, we got a barn burner for you this week.
Be careful, though. You don't want to get the roof.
With probably one of our most obscure characters we've ever had the possibility to touch on. This week, we're bringing you Man on Roof from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
A juicy nug.
A juicy morsel. There's a lot about him.
Do you want to read just his full entry on air?
Yeah, Olivia, break us off a piece.
We have Man on a Roof. The Man on a Roof is a character in Ocarina of Time. Here is his biography. This is the only paragraph in the entire entry. The Man on a Roof can be found sitting on the roof of Granny's potion shop in Kakariko Village. He spends all day staring at Death Mountain. The Man on a Roof can be reached by using the hook shot, in which he will reward Link a piece of heart. That is it. The only other things to really note about him is that he's got a sick-ass goatee, or some sort of beard situation.
Some
like a nice goatee,
Lululemon
like a soul patch
ass.
that goes down into the beard,
Yep,
that
pretty
sort of
much.
thing. No mustache.
He's got a
Sort of
skin
tie-dye
tight,
legging
long
situation.
sleeve white shirt, and he's got some Birkenstock-esque sandals and some like LuLaRoe leggings that are like capris.
Beautiful.
And he's lounging
With,
very.
He's a real
lackadaisically,
hippie ass motherfucker.
and
on
that pose,
roof of
he is
Granny's potion shop.
relaxing.
Now,
chillaxing.
I think it's also worth noting his one line of dialogue, which is in the references down at the bottom.
Yes.
Hey, good to see you again. I'll give you this as a memento.
And then he does give him a half a
I think
heart,
that's-
right? Or a full heart? Is a full heart?
So I think that's where we
Yes.
start, is like Man on Roof. And the way, as we do every week, the way we structure this podcast is sort of breaking down what we feel his Wikipedia tabs would be. So just like every week, let's start with early life, you know?
Yeah.
And I think the juiciest, meatiest part on this is clearly he's wistfully staring at Death Mountain, and he has some sort of past relationship with Link.
Yeah.
And that's sort of where we can dive into his whole deal.
Yeah, I think the staring off into Death Mountain, I think it's something we need to really, really latch onto, because he's staring off into it. He's sitting on this roof. Is he staring? Do we think he's staring off wistfully?
I think he's staring off
Vengefully.
Vengefully.
I
Interesting.
think Death Mountain, I think during the initial Ganondorf occupation of Hyrule, I think that probably an ancestor or a lover or something went up to Death Mountain and did not come back.
Did not come back.
And maybe Link tried to help Man on Roof
Interesting.
by like saving their loved one who went to Death Mountain, and Link failed. And Link didn't do it.
Well, he says good
so
to see
now
you. He
the
says
guy
good to
spends
see
his
you again,
whole
though.
day.
Maybe he's forgiven him.
What's his name?
Man on
We can't
Roof.
keep calling him Man on Roof.
Man on Roof.
Man on Roof.
Are we just going to
Are we
call him
gonna
Man on Roof? I feel like it's
let's
important.
Say him at the very end.
Man on Roof is an alias.
It is true.
you know?
It is true.
It's an alias.
Okay,
What does
that
it
is
say?
interesting. He does have a relationship with Link. So
What if he's Link's deadbeat hippie brother?
is he his brother? That would be a lot.
But he's not-
I
If he
feel
was
like
his
that
brother,
would be
we
more
would know.
important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If he was
he's
his
not
brother,
that
we would
important.
know.
He's not that important. He's not
I
that
want to
important.
dial
He's
into
not
this
that- you're right,
Death
you're right,
Mountain
you're right.
thing. I'm trying to think like specifically, what about this lover? Let's hash out the lover or the person we think went up to Death Mountain and never came back. I'm not sure if I want to completely abandon the sort of like maybe he was an adventurer at one point, like the titular Link, not titular, like Link. He was an adventurer. Maybe he went up to Death Mountain with his partner, maybe his boyfriend, ? And then
Okay.
only one of them came back down. What do you think?
I like that.
I like
that. Does Man on Roof also have a relationship with the potion shop owner?
Yes,
House.
is
He's sitting on
an
top
arrow
of.
to the knee
Granny
situation.
his granny?
Is it early life? Is that who runs the potion shop
Granny?
in Ocarina of Time?
Yes.
It's been so long since I played Ocarina
Yeah.
of Time. Okay, yes. So is Granny his granny? I think that's.
I think so.
early life,
Otherwise,
he
why
was
the fuck would he
raised
be on
by
the roof,
Granny
right?
at the potion
Granny
shop.
would just let some random. Yeah. So early life, Granny's.
Let's do it Wikipedia
Okay,
style.
yes.
Early life, Man on Roof was born
In Kakariko Village.
Kakariko Village.
in Kakariko Village.
Under Granny.
His mom died in childbirth.
In what? In what?
Childbirth. His mom. He's an orphan raised by Granny.
Uh-huh.
An orphan raised by.
What if
is Granny his
wait,
actual grandmother?
What if his parents died on Death Mountain?
That's what I was
Ooh,
thinking.
okay. His parents died on Death Mountain. He wants to avenge them.
Yeah. And that's why he was raised by his granny and spends all day staring off at Death Mountain.
Okay, so you can get the potions from the potion shop. He's sitting on the roof. His parents died. He was raised by Granny.
Showed an early affinity for climbing trees.
An early affinity
For climbing. Yes,
I like
okay,
that.
and that's what. Okay,
Wants
and
to learn.
here we go.
Wants to learn how to rock climb.
Exactly.
But Granny won't
He's
let
a great
him.
climber. So he definitely did climb Death Mountain at least once, right? We know he's adept.
Maybe his parents went after him when he tried to climb Death Mountain.
Ooh, so it's
like
kind
a
of
tragic
his
turn. So it's a
fault.
little bit his fault, and so that's why he's always staring to remind himself that this high, no higher.
Yes.
This roof, no higher. It's the highest he goes. He's learned his
funny,
lesson.
very
Okay,
good.
I love that. So early life. Let's bang it out. Early life.
Man on Roof was born in Kakariko Village. There's got to be a year, right? There's got to
Yeah,
be a
probably.
year
What-
that
I
we
am-
can come
somebody-
up with
I
in
am not
Ocarina
about
of
to go
Time.
into the calendar of Legend of Zelda.
He was born in Kakariko Village prior to Ganon's invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I have so far, born in Kakariko Village, man on a roof showed an affinity for climbing in his early age. Determined to climb Death Mountain as a youth, man on a roof ventured up the mountainside. Concerned for his safety, his parents pursued him up the mountain where they died during an eruption of brimstone.
Or were they killed by the Goro or whatever are on the Gorons?
No, I don't think.
No?
I don't know. I don't think he needs to have a vendetta against the Gorons.
Okay.
No, I think he can just be wistful. Just because he deserves more Wikipedia fleshed out doesn't mean that he should be.
Okay, that's fair.
You know?
And then he swore after that, no more
Raised by his potion brewing granny, man on a roof decided to climb up onto Granny's roof and stay there, vowing to never venture higher than the eaves again.
Okay, I love it. So where did he get the heart now? What do we think for the heart?
That's a good point.
Where do we think he got the heart?
What if the heart was what he collected
He went
from his parents?
He was climbing the
Or
mountain
that's
to
what he
get
went
the
up the
heart.
mountain for?
Oh, I love that.
Maybe?
Yeah. I'm liking this.
Maybe
this
that
like
was his
he was
inheritance?
as a child. And maybe he did encounter Link, right? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he encountered Link and Link sort of sparked the fire in him to go on an adventure, right? So maybe that was their first encounter, was pre-adventure. And so he collected this heart and then was like, I am done adventuring. It caused the death of my parents. And then Link comes back. It's like, I got the arrow in my knee. I'm giving it up. Here is my heart. I'm done adventuring.
Yes.
Interesting.
I like that.
Okay.
This is the heart is his proverbial arrow in the knee.
yeah, exactly. So personal life. What does he get up to on the day-to-day? Obviously, he sits on the roof for the majority of it. Do we think he's
But
like
I don't think he sleeps on the roof.
Well, it's
That's
open.
a lot.
Well, the potion shop is open even at nighttime, as opposed to most potion shops. Granny's potion shop is open at nighttime. So maybe he is the sort of advertiser. He is the spinning sign guy for this potion shop, right? I mean, obviously, Kakariko Village, very busy, very bustling village. You know, if you want to get people into your potion shops in this village, you gotta be able to market it. And so maybe he is sort of like a marketer, and he's got style, right? He's a very stylish guy.
So are you saying that he sits on the roof and just goes, BOGO!
Yeah, right? We got a 2-for-1 at Granny's Potion Shop. Blue potion. Come and get it. It's hot and it's open. What do we think?
And you just happen to always catch him on his break
When he's relaxing. Or maybe he's just maybe we got a real regular show situation. He's kind of a lazy worker. But I think that's maybe his job, right? Otherwise, what else is he doing on that roof?
Yeah, he's the advertiser for Granny's Potion Shop.
So
who's bad at his job.
That's his job, yeah. His general job is Granny's Potion Shop advertising. So what do we think he does in his free time? What goes on in Kakariko Village that you think that he might do? I mean, obviously he goes to probably some bars, some clubs, chilling around.
Looking at him.
Oh, yeah.
Big acoustic guitar circle.
You think
guy.
so? I was thinking more, EDM.
Look at the beard and the Berks, dude. No, the beard and the Berks.
Yeah, you're right.
He's crunchy.
Do you think
as
maybe he has a
fuck.
music career?
What if he's a hiker? What if he likes hiking?
Well, that would explain a lot, Tyler. That would explain a lot about his sort of height climbing thing.
General aesthetic,
I think
yeah.
I do want to chase that sort of free time thing. Maybe he did make sort of like an indie album,
I like that.
He's an indie artist on the
he's a
side.
SoundCloud indie rock artist.
I feel like he hangs out with the woman who can't catch her own chickens because she's allergic.
Yeah, you think they're friends?
Yes, I like that.
Okay.
They're good friends.
Here's the thing. I think he's every town has their local hero person that isn't maybe not super big. Yeah, maybe not super Hollywood famous, but is a big artist in the town. So maybe he's known in the town as this indie.
He's playing basement shows.
Yeah,
Does
right.
he collab
Kakariko
with
University.
with the windmill guy?
Yeah.
Right. The windmill's in Kakariko Village.
Yeah.
And he's willing to give that heart to Link so that Link can get the Ocarina of Time and
join the
band.
band. That's what he wants. And that's why he's sticking with Link and trying to help him out, is he wants Link to join the band. That's very good. And Olivia, what was the name of this album again that Man on Roof made? This sort of indie
Man on a
album,
Roof.
solo album.
Man on Roof. It's self-titled.
You think it's
Man
gonna self-title?
Man on a Roof is just what it's called.
Okay.
Maybe that's his sort of. Maybe that's his band. Maybe that's actually his sort of alias he's taken.
Oh, Man on Roof is his artist name.
That's like his Tame Impala to his,
I love
like
it. Paul, yeah, okay.
his sort of fake person.
Or maybe Man on
name.
Roof.
It's
Maybe Man on Roof. He was gonna name the entire band Man on Roof, sort of like Island in the Sun style, the Dave Matthews Band, like that. It's both him as he is the man
but right
on
now
the
it's just
on
him.
roof.
Man
but
on
his
a
ba-
Roof,
He's
yeah.
the man on the roof, and then his band is Man on Roof. So it's Man on Roof. So maybe we have two Wikipedias. Maybe we have Man on Roof, parentheses, the band, and then Man on Roof, the actual
Disambiguation.
guy. Yeah, I think we need a separate. I think those are two separate ones. But I do think Man on Roof as a band needs its own Wikipedia page. So maybe we'll hot link that, and then we'll have to go fill that in later. But I think that's great. I think Man on Roof, the band.
I love that idea. I'm really into that for sure.
I love that. And then, I think let me think of any other personal life stuff we have to do. Obviously, we got.
He dating anybody?
Is he dating? No, I think he's single, ready to mingle.
Single.
I think he has too much built up trauma to like really open himself up to another person.
Maybe he's doing a little wink and nudge to Link. Maybe they're buddies from back in the day. Maybe it's a little bit there's something there.
And maybe
Link
it's
is
an
canonically
unrequited love.
17.
Well, we don't know how
Ocarina
old
of
Man
Time.
on Roof is. I guess he is man.
He's not boy on roof.
He's not boy
man
on roof. He's man on roof. That implies over 18, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay. Is he dating anybody in Kakariko Village? Is he seeing anybody in Kakariko Village? Maybe Windmill?
Maybe Windmill. There's the
He's got a
foreman.
situationship with Windmill.
There's a Shadow Temple.
It's a
Is there anybody
situation.
in the Shadow Temple that might be?
Does he know Impa? I don't know.
No, I think maybe he's kind of busy. He throws himself into his work. I don't know if he settled down at all. Maybe he had a couple flings here and there, but I don't know. I don't think he actually, settled down with anybody. I think he takes care of Granny in Kakariko Village. And I think he helps out Granny. I think that's true. Like he definitely helps her
Yeah, I
out.
think
Yeah,
he helps.
absolutely.
Yeah, he definitely helps out.
Granny
out.
For sure.
Awesome.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So,
All right.
so let's talk about this meeting of Link, right? Let's talk about the roof and sort of the meaning of Link. What are we thinking? How did he meet Link? Obviously, he has to do something.
Link saved him. He went up. His parents went up after him, and Link saved all of them.
Interesting.
And
His parents didn't make it.
my parents died, and all I got was this lousy half a heart.
And Link was like, "You need to hold on to that." Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you hold on to that, and eventually
it came
he was
back
like,
around
Look, I got no
karmically.
use
Okay.
for this. Here's a memento of our time.
this is
I'm
young
ready
Link.
to move. Maybe that's him saying he's ready to move on.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I like this
By
timeline. I like
giving
this
the
timeline.
heart.
Actually, this is a pretty good timeline. All right, so we have his early life at the beginning. He meets Link. He's an adventurer. He loves, climbing. He's a climber guy, right? He meets Link, decides to go up Death Mountain, try to get a heart because he sees all the hearts Link has, right? And he's like, I want to be an adventurer too. I want to get into this. And then he goes up. He gets stuck. He gets trapped. Maybe we're talking, 106 hours or whatever, that one movie where guys have to bite his arm
72
off.
hours.
72 hours, has to bite his arm off, but he doesn't have to because his parents try to come and save him, although the parents get stuck too. The parents end up perishing, but Link comes up and saves him. He climbs down. Link says, you can keep on going. He climbs up onto the top of the roof with Granny, and then he just
Spends the next couple of years doing that.
Yeah, just doing that. And then becomes this musical artist, gets over his trauma. Link comes back for the Ocarina of Time. He's doing his full music thing. Link's like, I'm trying to find this fucking ocarina. And then the man on roof's like, join the band, right? To join the band. And so he gives him his heart to join the band, as is also like a tribute that he is moving on.
I'm powerful. How
I
does
like
he
it.
die?
Well, we have to.
How does he
We'll get
die?
there. We'll get there. We're almost there. We have to.
Do we have more tabs?
Yeah, we have to spec his abilities first before we figure out how he.
His abilities. That's
Because
right.
I think we'll have a lot of fun.
This
there,
is my
but-
favorite part.
So the roof and meeting Link, real quick. Olivia just typed under abilities forgiveness, so we'll flesh that one out too. What were some of the other adventures he went on? Do we think? Just real quick. Did he go on any other adventures? I think he must have at least gone on a couple, right? Did he climb
I think
the big
he was
tree?
just like an adventurous young lad.
Yeah, I think he climbed the big tree.
I think he was
I
like,
think that was his first feat.
I'm gonna walk all the way to Lon Lon Ranch. I'm gonna climb up to the top of the cemetery.
I'm going to try and sneak into the Gerudo village, you know?
Okay, yeah, let's spec out some of these abilities. So obviously really good at climbing. Let's put some numbers to this. What are we thinking for numbers? How fast did that one...
Are we talking about like Fallout style, like skill level numbers?
I mean, we don't have to specifically number it, but like... what?
No. This is my favorite part of any given Wikipedia page, particularly when it comes to comic book characters, because every single comic book character has an ability sections. Just so for example, Jimmy Olsen's Wikipedia page, who is Superman's cub reporter friend. Powers and abilities for Jimmy Olsen. Photography.
Okay.
Jimmy is an ace photographer and an accomplished, though amateur investigative reporter. He has been awarded the Pulitzer Prize for photography.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, that's an ability.
And then underneath that, it says journalism.
So he can write too.
So those are sort of his powers and abilities.
Man,
and then underneath it, I think it's also important that we add a weaknesses.
Oh, true. What is Climbing Man weaknesses? Parents. Loss of parents. Maybe a real Batman situation. What's Batman's weaknesses? I guess guns.
Bullets.
Can we also just put bullets? Yeah, I think if you shot the Climbing Man, I don't think it would be good.
Yeah, so abilities. Really good at climbing, forgiveness, sitting, advertising, elder care.
Advertising. Elder care, yeah, 100%.
Elder care is a good one.
And music. Don't forget music.
Music.
His indie career, he's a
music making. He's a big man on Roof and Sons.
Man on Roof and Sons. Stupid. Dumb.
Weaknesses.
God damn it.
Orphan. Trauma. Let's see. What else? Other weaknesses.
I mean, he is lacking any heart.
Death. How do you guys feel about just putting Death Mountain on?
Death Mountain. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think just because sort of a looming.
Sort of a looming weakness.
Yeah. Death Mountain. Weaknesses. Gravity.
I think would be.
Gravity.
I think that's his ability offset, but I think gravity would get him. What other weaknesses?
I think swords.
That's good.
I think, yeah.
So mortal.
Yeah, that's fair. Just sort of generally.
Yeah.
Just sort of generally immortal. I love that. So we've got his sort of weaknesses and abilities. Now is time for sort of the saddest possibility is death. And a lot of these death ones, I don't think need to be anything bigger. What if after a long life of making music, he died with his friend Windmill Man at his side?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, what about
peacefully in bed?
What about this? I like giving him a solemn ending.
Climbed down from the roof and never climbed up again.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think he does one more. I think he gives Death Mountain one more attempt. I think in his later years, he's like...
Dies on Death Mountain?
No, I don't think he dies on Death Mountain. I think it's just a later in career thing that he gives it one more attempt. Maybe in sort of like after Granny's passing, he gives Death Mountain one more climb. Maybe this is after like there's an established route up Death Mountain. Because I think once Link sort of conquers Death Mountain, they're like, oh, there's definitely a way to like... So maybe he hops back in the climbing community and, sort of after Granny's death, like comes to terms with it. Because he's on his own after Granny passes, obviously.
Yeah.
And so I think he does a little bit more adventuring, just like some light adventuring, nothing crazy. Like you would hike up Yosemite, for instance, or, et cetera.
Like some light retirement hiking.
Yeah, light retirement hiking and climbing, obviously. And then I think he just, I think he climbs up. I think he runs the potion shop. I think he takes over for Granny when she gets too old, climbs down from the roof, puts his roof days away, puts his music career away. And then I think he passes peacefully. Or does he pass from a blue potion overdose?
That would be a very musician way to die.
It would be a very musician way to die, but I don't think...
I prefer
a peaceful passing for...
built such a sad backstory for
That is true. I think he comes to terms with it.
Giving him a peaceful death.
Yeah, I think he passes peacefully as a hero among... Kakariko
as
Village.
Like sort of a town legend.
Legend.
What if he becomes the mayor?
Yeah, I think he maybe does a little bit of
the mayor on a roof.
Yeah.
I just feel like his preoccupation with the roof would affect his ability to become a
I didn't say he was a good mayor. He would just stand on.
I think we okay. Yeah, I think we jumped to death too early. I think we need to have late career. Let's just put all this stuff in late.
There's
career.
a potluck. There's a potluck at Imbus.
Right. He could like
7:00.
the mayor town crier situation.
Someone needs to fix all these potholes. I can see so many of them from up
I think
here.
He might be a good mayor. So he has his music career.
He's sort of
You need a mayor with a bird's eye view of Kakariko Village.
Takes over the potion shop. I'm filling out I think we added the tab late career. Takes over the potion shop. How many terms does he do as mayor? I think he does. I think 2 terms.
2 terms. Yeah.
a peaceful transfer of power.
It does 2 terms.
He just drops the medal off the roof to the next person.
Yeah.
The mayoral sash.
Yeah. Does he have kids? No.
No.
Who takes over the
kids.
potion shop for him then? Who do we think?
I don't know.
What
I
if
feel
the
like
potion shop just shuts down?
You think he just kind of closes it up after a while? You think that with all these
No,
like
in
the
Legend of
world
Zelda,
is
there
the
are multiple
world
timelines.
is safe from
True, yeah. I guess
Ganon's
not
influence for a great amount of time. So I don't know if people need potions as much as they used to.
maybe maybe he gets bought up by Walgreens.
He gets bought by a chain.
Yeah, like a
bought by
chain
a
sells it.
chain.
That's his
Yeah.
retirement
Yeah.
money. I like
think
that.
so. I think he sells
okay,
the potion. I
yeah.
think eventually, he's busy being the mayor. I think he gets a good offer from a potion pharmacy, right? A pharmacy potion
Yeah,
thing.
sort of
and
the
then,
fate that awaits all small town
exactly.
stores.
And then
Gets bought up by a bigger
yeah,
chain.
exactly. And it's like
Ouch.
yeah. So he sells the potion shop to what are we calling this? So we can hot link it later. What are we calling this chain of potion stores? Come on, guys.
Oh, God.
Not Potions R Us.
CBS, but it's I don't know what CVS stands for now. Hey guys, what does CVS stand for?
Consumer Value Store.
So consumer CPS, not Child Protective Services, but consumer.
How about the brew?
The brew? That's not very Link though. What's a very Link name? I guess it's very generic.
Hyrulean Pharmacy.
Hyrulean
Store.
Pharmacy Mart. HP
H Mart.
H Mart. Yeah.
You know Rite Aid? Could it be Podade?
Podade?
Podade.
Podade. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Podade.
Okay. And Legacy.
Mayor. Music.
Musician.
Yeah. His album
Beloved.
didn't go platinum, but it went gold. One of his albums, one of his singles was a real hit among Hyrule.
What's the single called?
It is
O'Neill, what's the single called?
Bird of my eye, roof of my soul. Bird of my eye, roof of my soul.
Love it. I was also thinking sort of a cover of Top of the World.
Yeah,
by the Carpenters.
and the Imagine Dragons one too. He also did that one.
Oh God.
Could I pitch you on Blue is the color of the sky above me?
Blue is this. Is that a real song? Oh,
No.
okay.
No, it's not a real song. It's sort of a play on amber is the
okay,
color
okay.
of my
Yeah.
energy, is the idea.
Love that. Blue is the color. Yeah, I love that. And what was like his big thing that he did as mayor?
I feel like he
From his vantage point,
It's got to be something.
Right? What did he,
It's
what
got to
was
be
he able
something
to see?
infrastructural because he has a
I feel like
Fire
he
escapes?
was a huge advocate for fire
Advocate
escapes
for fire
and
escapes.
Chicken industry became more ethical.
Okay,
under his,
ethical. So he sort of like the FDA for
ethical chicken farming practices were put in place during his not occupation.
Now I did spell chicken like the vegan one. Maybe maybe he's vegan. That's a trivia. I'll put that in trivia. He's vegan.
Vegan
Farming.
How much? Well, I mean, what do we got left? That's legacy, and now we just have to do
trivia.
How much trivia is left?
So vegan. He is a vegan. What other trivia do we think he has?
only fell
No, that's not.
off the roof twice.
Yeah. He only fell off his roof
Good
twice.
one. That's a good one. Never partook in potions. He's straight.
Oh
edge.
yeah, it was strictly against drinking blue potion.
Yeah, never got high on own supply.
No, I don't think that's typically how they put that.
Did he ever meet Link? Hey, maybe a trivia is, did he ever meet Link again after?
Only met
After
Link
he gave him the
once
half a
again.
heart.
Only met Link once again.
later in life where they made love.
No.
No, please.
No.
My childhood
Link only
hurts.
has eyes for Zelda. Come
That's
on.
right.
Only met Link once again. What was the
And
thing?
the Zora prince.
When he was mayor,
Wild.
mayor of Kakariko Village. I think that's when Link came back around town. I was like, oh, you're doing good for yourself. And he gave him another heart. Because when you're the mayor, you have all those resources, you know?
Yeah, you have the resources.
And he killed Ganondorf once. I think when he was mayor, I think he killed Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Ganon gets killed. Like, killing Ganon's a dime a dozen.
Once every
Everybody's-
5 years, he
everybody's
sort of
got-
comes back and dies. Everybody's got
I think
a piece of
Ganon came back, like, really quickly for one time, and then he was just like,
He just like dropped a coconut off the roof.
yeah, just
Clocked him in the head.
Yeah. Ganon was still weak at the time.
Yeah. I love
Good
it.
stuff.
Fantastic.
Good stuff.
So,
I love it. Well, folks, that is
Man on a Roof.
Man on Roof. We've fleshed out his personality and his sort of general demeanor and life
a rich
story.
tapestry, I think. A
I
musician,
think we've woven a rich
mayor,
tapestry of
a politician.
Musician.
a beloved citizen of Kakariko Village.
Yeah, truly.
Truly,
A cornerstone,
truly.
I think, of the legacy of Kakariko
Amazing.
Village.
Fantastic.
Well, join us next week when we take on everyone's favorite SpongeBob SquarePants character, Smitty Warben Jaegerman Jensen.
So until next time, who the wick is that? Hello and thank you for listening to this episode of the Podcast, the podcast for podcasters by podcasters. You can find us on all of our social medias at Triple P Cast. I don't think we'll be using Twitter for long, so you can follow us on some of the other social medias, Hive, Mastodon. We're hopping on those as well. Find out more about our show on our website.biz. And hey, email us about your friends or just about your day at email at website.biz. I promise those are both real. As always, please rate our show 5 stars on iTunes and Spotify. If you rate us on iTunes, I think we actually have a thing now that we're going to try to do where we shout some people out for rating us. So go ahead and give us a rating on iTunes, why don't you? I'll see you guys on Friday for a feed drop, and I'll see you Monday with another full episode. Thanks so much for listening.